this is a photo of Mongolian musicians playing Sanxian. So in fact, when YiZhen was trained at the Central Conservatory, she and her teacher went to Mongolia and worked with Mongolian musicians and learned their techniques. Everybody's very different. Mongolian musicians wouldn't use their fingers to play. They would only use that pluck. So it's a special technique that YiZhen's teacher and herself have to master working with Yuhon. Okay. All right, so, okay. As I mentioned, we're really going to take a tour with the sound, right? So we've been to North China, we've been to Mongolia. Next is the Uyghur region of Xinjiang, northwestern corner of China. So now YiZhen's probably taking us kind of on the Silk Road here. There are a lot of instruments, like you have seen here, that resemble the plucked instrument family. Tambor, for example, is a very common instrument for the Uyghurs. And Sanxian adopted that kind of repertoire as well. And for this piece, YiZhen has to remove the plugs that she was using, then put on fingernails. These are plugs that are made specially for the fingers. And she has to retune the instrument. So, in fact, to do this, there are a few things that one has to do. But each piece is so unique. I might also have an extra minute when she's doing that. I just want to tell you how hard it is to play the Sanxian. That's probably one of the reasons that we don't have many Sanxian players. We know the great pipa player Wu Man is in San Diego. Pipa has the fret, so it's a little bit like playing the piano. If you have no music training, you can find your way to play some notes. If somebody point at it, you can play a tune, right? You can't do that when there's no key, right? So anyone just pick up a violin and play a tune. You can't do that. Sanxian is a little bit like that. So it's extremely hard for young players to enjoy Sanxian because you can hardly make anything sound in tune. I still have a minute. Sanxian's fingering incorporates everything that is possible on the pipa, right? So all the things that you're doing with the plucking the strings with all these different what we call rolling techniques, half rolling. So instead of using 5 fingers to do the roll, you can do 4-finger roll, 3-finger roll. You can do the tremolo with just 1 finger. All of that is possible on the pipa, and they all can be done on the Sanxian. So in a way, it's like playing a pipa, but without the fret. So that's one of the reasons why this instrument is so challenging. You always have a lot more pipa player majors in the conservatory. Sanxian is harder. And I also want to tell you what it is like for YiZhen to study with her teacher. Her teacher used to practice with her every day for 4 hours. Every day. In her practice room. And that lasted at least 2 years. Very, very intensively. So I'm a teacher. I don't think I have that kind of dedication to my students. But that is the oral history. You know, the only way you can learn this stuff is by living together with that music, because you can't write it down. This music is not like pointing you at a note, do this rhythm, you can play it. It's not like that. So many flavors, if you pay attention to her left hand. Her left hand gives the music this very unique flavor because all of the vibrato, all of that gliding sounds, like the things I was talking about, the music can speak dialects. Yeah, that's all in the left hand. So a teacher can only pass on that kind of knowledge by working with the students so intimately and over a very long stretch of time. So again, we're very, very lucky to be seeing somebody who brings that kind of heritage to us. So YiZhen, are you ready? Yes, you are. Okay, great. So let's enjoy the travel of the desert.